There is a huge myth in golf, and before carrying on the DP World Tour, I thought the myth was true.
So that whole myth of it's different would literally be banned.
No, I just can't say.
I had the opportunity to ask an experienced tour rep on the brand new TaylorMade tour truck, and we get the real answer for the final time. And to be honest, the real answer being waiting for about tour players' equipment. As well as that, we get an exclusive look round some hidden gems within this truck from the world's top players. Let's step inside.
Carl is going to show us around. Carl, you work for TaylorMade, what, on tour every week in, week out?
Yes, so I'm the European Tour Coordinator. So, yep, just pulling the strings and making sure that everything's in hand for the guys when they go out on the road.
Making sure their equipment's right, they've got the balls, they've got the tees.
Exactly.
Someone's very special tees in here, which we'll go through.
Yes.
But could we just have like a show round? Because this is literally like golfing heaven for everybody watching this. Because this is brand new. This is probably one of the first videos on the internet of this tour truck. So I'm very excited myself. So take us away.
Come through to the workshop, we'll take a little look.
So usually players would just stay this side, right, wouldn't they?
Correct, yes. So we'll have our technicians this side. So once
Yeah.
the guys have done the fitting, they'll pass the orders, and you'll see that there's kind of two streams down these sides for our technicians, and this is where they can build the orders for the players. So what we can start off with here, so we've got all of our shaft racks here. So what you'll see is we've got the likes of Nippon, we've got KBS, we've got True Temper, and we actually put together, so we do like a player's backups. So in the Team TaylorMades in a second, once we open
Can we have a look at this?
Yeah, of course you can, yeah. So as soon as we pull those open, you'll see, yeah, we've got Tiger, Scotty, Tommy, Colin,
So
Charlie.
this is his driver shaft.
Correct.
Let's have a look at these here.
Yes.
Driver shafts and his iron shafts. So what iron shafts is he going? Tour Issue X100s, and then he's got a Tour AD graphite design. I've actually seen this quite a lot on the
VF. So everybody, because of
it's
the
coming
black
back in
and red.
fashion almost.
Yes,
Is what I was
it
describing
is.
it as.
Black and red, everybody,
Then
the
you got-
Tiger shaft.
Then you've got Charlie, you've got Nelly, you've got Tommy, Colin Morikawa.
Yes.
I mean, this is very, very cool.
Yeah. So this is like our player backup section. So if we need to have their product, we know that we can go straight to their slot, pick that out, and then that's what we can use that product to build their orders.
Would that be if they're trying to get them into a new club, or they're maybe broker set, or for example they want a slightly different club? Let's say the Open, it's always a big one. You see a lot of people put 3 irons in. I'm going to close them before the tour shot move.
That's it.
That's what you'd have, and you know their specs down to a T.
Exactly that. So we've got everything saved, what we like to call like a TaylorMade Bible.
Yeah.
So we'll go into our system. We've got every player across the board that we've got or we've dealt with.
Yeah.
And then we know from there, we've got like, 3 to pitch, whether they are a Dynamic Gold X1, S4, we'll put those shafts together along with like the woods and anything else that we need to have to build their set.
So moving down here, we've got shafts. We're into, I can see heads.
We've got some
here.
heads as well, yep. So we've got the new QI35 range, so just in the middle here. So here's some drivers. So these are the core drivers here that we've got there, and some of the Max version that you guys would have seen. And we've actually got the LS as well that we've got in there.
Really cool.
Yes.
And I'm going to ask this question. Is it been Max, LS, middle of the range? What's been the most popular on tour this year?
Yeah, so again, where you've got the, where you have got the tour head, that is, the guys are saying, get this fitted. Because there's so much you can do with it now in terms of the weight options in the toe, in the heel, and at the back.
These and this. So essentially it makes it, in theory, you could make it more forgiving.
Exactly that.
LS heads.
Yeah, exactly that. Because obviously you put more weight at the back, right? Then the head, you're going to see more spin, you're going to see more launch. Then if you put the lowers at the front, you're not going to see that. So like they said, get those fitted, get the LS dialed in, and you can see that. And you can see that from that ball flight as well.
Then you got fairway woods.
Yeah, we got fairways, we got fives. As you know, everybody.
8 degree, 9 degree, 10.5.
That's come on here today is obviously asking about the most popular option in terms of the 7 woods at the moment. So,
I'll get there in the end.
Yes, exactly that. So
yeah, I mean, this has become a. I mean,
there.
What I would say is like a lot of pros have actually used like a 7 wood for a long time, but a lot of, I'm going to say, club golfers in inverted commas haven't had them in the bag early enough. No. It's sort of seen as like what an older person would use, but it's so much more forgiving, especially off the deck.
Exactly, and it's kind of like it's becoming a trend, right?
Yeah.
So again, they've seen players, Scotty put it in the bag. They've seen Tommy have it in the bag there. And yeah, no, it's got, like I say, it's kind of like a trend. Once they've seen them use it, and they're like, oh, I would never think of putting a 7 or a 9 wood in the bag. And now it's like something they've got that they have.
So what do all these mean? So we've got lie angle.
Yeah, so that's the lie angle. So everything has a tolerance, right?
Yeah.
So obviously when we have these heads here, they're produced the same in terms of manufacturing, but ours are just tested. Because
Okay.
obviously if they go into a competition and there's a
It wants to
conforming
be
lift,
absolutely.
exactly that. So you've got like the lie, the loft, the weight, you get the CT of the head, and it's just, lets us know. And it also helps the guys with fittings on the actuals as well.
So that whole myth of it's different equipment, it's not the fact it's different, it's the fact it's tested
Exactly
more.
that.
Because everybody goes, oh, they use different things. And I'm like, I'm not sure they do.
No.
Like, it's just tested to an nth degree.
Yeah.
So, for example, if it says 10.5, it will
Yes.
be exactly 10.5. And then the most important thing is it can't be too fast off the face, otherwise that player would literally be banned.
Yeah, of course.
Or thrown out of a tournament.
And if you did, say for instance, as an example, you got 10 boxes that come to us into the US or into Europe. 5 of those would get put aside just so they get tour tested.
Yeah.
And then they'll get this sticker put on there just
Yeah.
because if they do go to a competition, say for instance, they do get tested and like you say, you don't want it to be, as they say, spicy, fruity or,
Yeah.
you know how it goes.
So what are these machines doing here? So we've got our
Yes.
fairway woods, our drivers. We've got a few more fairway woods here.
Yep.
Going into hybrids and wedges. We'll have a
Yep.
look at these in a second. But on this top deck, this is where
Yes.
the technicians will be here on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of a tournament. Like, what's this doing?
Yeah, so this one here, so this is actually our ferrule belt.
Okay.
So what we do is before we prep our irons, on the shafts we use what we call bash down ferrules, so they don't quite sit flush on the hosels of the clubs.
So is that this bit here to
So,
make it sit?
so these ones, so these ones are okay. So this is the hosel here, so we have like a little bit of an overlap in terms of our
Yeah.
head. Purely and simple is because we pre-bend everything first, and it would be a struggle for us to get it over the ferrule.
Yeah.
So our heads come without the ferrules. So
Okay.
this is just like a finishing off, just to round them off, and then once we get a little bit of acetone, we shine them up again, and then that's the end of our process there.
and then this is to measure the shaft length, isn't it? So you can fit the
Correct.
head into here of an iron and a driver. Would fit in here?
Exactly that. So say if I've got a wedge here, just an example for you.
Are these anybody's special wedges?
They're not, no.
Oh, I thought it was going to be like some
yeah,
pro-
no, exactly. That,
You
yeah.
could have made one up. We could have
No,
gone, yeah,
yeah.
these are tigers actually.
Yeah, they could be. You never know. I just can't say. But yeah, this is our new length machines here. So yeah, we go by the ruler here, so you won't see anything kind of like digitalized. The reason being is because the truck goes on stilts.
Yeah.
So if it's not level, and as these players, they don't have a tolerance.
Yeah.
Because they
They know
obviously
if
win
it's
the
off.
big bucks. They know anything that's out an eighth, or if they don't like the feel of it, we'll know, they know, and then
Okay.
exactly that.
Not a
So-
good end of this conversation to be
No,
on.
yeah, exactly that. But
What's,
yeah, so
what's this? Just out of interest.
so this is our heat rail. So if you carefully,
Ah.
you'll be able to feel. So it's just our heat rail.
Tell you what,
that
it's
we,
cold day outside. It's quite nice.
Yeah, that's it. Exactly that. So that just hardens the glue for us. So once we've done our gluing process,
Yes.
which you will see over here,
Yeah.
we put them up onto the heat rail there. And
And this is our swing weight machine.
swing weight machines, again, nothing digital. So everything's used on here as kind of like a weighted. So the port will come back here and it will tell us whether you're D, E, C, whatever you need to know. So once
Yeah.
the club's on there, and then we find that balance, we would use all of our hosel weights here.
Yeah.
So we've got a good selection of weights from like our slug weights here that go into our irons. We've got TSS weights that go through to our core fairways.
Yeah.
And then we've got our TSS that are obviously go into our drivers there. So
Feels
there's-
so new in here, doesn't it?
it is.
I
Well,
know
like
it's
I said,
brand new, but
new.
it
You
feels
guys are-
really
yeah.
new. Like, because the old one I went on obviously was 15, 16 years
Exactly
old.
that, yes.
And this is, obviously each year they would have changed the branding on the outside, but this is obviously a totally
Brand
truck.
new cabin at the back. Yep. So a whole new truck for the guys. So as we say, it is literally their home throughout the year. So from May right the way through to the year, your Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays at the events traveling around Europe. This is as they call their home on wheels, effectively.
Is there anything in here that's like some players come in?
There is just some normal, so there isn't any players bits in here,
Oh.
but you can, apologies for that, but you
No,
can
no,
have a
no.
look. Obviously,
Look
we've
at
got
these, the hybrids.
we've got hybrids in here. We've got certain, obviously, the TW, so the
Oh,
option
yeah.
in terms of Tiger's wedge options.
Ah.
So you'll see in a 56 and a 60. So we'll be this side here. So you'll see the option there as well. So if you wanted to take what I could do for you, so you could have a little bit of a clear. Did you want to take the film off?
I mean, if we can.
Yeah, of course you can.
Look at this, eh?
So if we go there, look, then you'll see.
Look at that. That's really cool. I'm
we-
literally a fanboy. Like most of us are.
That's it,
Have you
right?
met him?
It's- I haven't, but I
Hopefully this year.
obviously at the Open,
Yeah.
it was just a kind of Tiger walks up, does his thing. You don't want to,
Yeah.
because they have their mindsets, right? on the range watching, and it was a surreal moment for myself with it being my first year on tour.
Yeah.
So that kind of just, everybody wants to meet him, right? But it was just one of those ones where
You got to act
he's in his
professional.
element. Yeah, of course. And
That's so cool.
and that's the side to the job that you have to have as well.
So we've got
really
the high tier version, you've got all
Yes.
these here. So then you've got sleeves and ferrules.
Yeah, sleeves and ferrules, so just our casual glue that we use in there, to glue everything. We've got tools, our irons, so we've got the very popular CBs.
Yeah.
So the CBs are been a very good option and a good hit. We've got our MBs here as well. So that's our options in terms of our sets, like our 3 to pitch.
These always look pure.
Yeah, very nice.
Really cool. It's even cooler when you see him like in the flesh like this. It sounds sad, but from a real golf fan, like when it's not even on a shaft, it's really really cool.
That's it.
Okay, so we've got Charlie's bag here and Rory's bag. That's really cool.
So they're pretty cool as well. And you say about being the fanboy of Tiger. So if you go into the TW irons, here we go. If it closes, there we go. Right, so here's all the Tigers there.
And these carried every single week, just in case?
Every single week, yeah.
What's this bit in the middle? Because we've seen it all here. This is like, again, some like heavy machinery here. Is this for putters, this one?
So this is a line loft. So this is an old Dela Cruz that we call. So if we've got the likes of our irons, we can pop the irons into here.
Yeah.
So the shaft will go up this way here with the face.
Yeah.
Then you use this block here that will show us the actual lie and the loft of the club. Then next to this, here's obviously the very important part that we use daily. This is our cutting machine.
Yeah.
So we'll use, this is back to back here, like we said, for the 2 technicians.
One's working countlessly.
Yeah, so it's pretty much mirrored. So it's a mirrored option here. So you've got the disc here that you would cut, and this is kind of like your belt that you would tip grind off. And obviously we do that to prep ready for the glue so that it sticks, so there's a little bit rough there on the surface. And then again, we've got another Dela Cruz just here. And then another important part that we do, this is probably our first part that we would work with in terms of our irons, because we pre-bend everything.
Okay.
So we wouldn't actually
For everybody that's new to that term, what actually is that?
So we just get the head, so nothing's actually glued or built. So we would have like a shaft that would just go into the head. We would pop that into here, and then we would do the pre-bend first to the player's spec in the line loft, because obviously if I was to go and build a golf club now, and then I haven't done the line loft, and say if I was going 2 degrees flat or 2 degrees upright, that's going to affect the length again.
Yeah.
So that's exactly why we make sure we get a good pre-build first, and then we would get the shafts. That's when we would then cut the shafts, grip, and then get our end product. Because again, these players notice this kind of detail.
What we have here, I see hashtag TaylorMade.
Exactly that. So again, same kind of story with our shafts that we have over there. So yeah, we've done a little hashtag Team TaylorMade and thought we would get all the players' grips just here ready for tournaments. So you could go straight to Tiger, because then we knows that he loves the BCT 58 rounds.
Wonder if Tiger actually put this on his club one day.
Hey, he may do. He may do. You may give him that touch. There we go. So
probably going to be the other way around. I wish it was that way around.
So that's how you got Tiger. We got Scotty. We got Rory, Tommy. So Tommy goes with the blue Ionic grip for Everton. So obviously a very big Everton fan. And then this one would be pretty cool as well. If you have a look at that one there. So
look at that.
It's pretty smart.
That's really cool. That is seriously cool.
It's good.
I love little things like this.
So from the likes of DP Challenge Tour, we thought we'd put like a little players grip slots together there. So it's very good. So again, we can just go straight to their grip options.
Is there anything we've missed here? Because obviously this side mirrors that side, so we've seen the heads from the driver, the fairway woods, the irons, the wedges, the hybrids.
We've got another important machine here that I actually haven't showed you over yet, which is our gripping station. Again, you go about feel. The players, they love to kind of, you all grip it, and then if they're here on board, they'll be like, right, while it's still kind of wet, they like to see it, different adjustments. Some actually like to play it open, some closed, dependent on what they,
and some players want to do that themselves, so it'd be like, right, okay, we're gripping your clubs now, Rory, come on, or Scheffler, come on.
Yeah, exactly that. So then they'll be here as well, so they might message the guys before a tournament, say, look, can I get specced up? Just want to check my lie and lofts. Like, yep, sure, and they get full trust in the guys, so Mark, Sam and Alex. The bag will get put on here. They'll be there specking the bag first, making sure that everything's fine, making sure the lengths are fine. Because like I said, these guys are playing week in, week out. So if you got hard service and everything, they could, like I say, it could be half a degree out, and these guys are going to know. So they just want to tweak it back for them, and then that's the service that we provide for them. Got our players.
I'm going to go for it.
Go for it. Go for it.
That is seriously cool.
It's good. Everybody loves the head cover.
Has that actually ever been used? Feels like it actually has.
Yeah, I believe it come off from one of the Opens, I think, and it was like a backup head cover that we've got for him. So it was on the old truck as well.
And these are his actual tees.
Yes, correct.
So look how small they are, because a lot of people think we drive a tee high, but like look at the size of that.
Exactly.
What's the actual measurement on that roughly, do you think?
I'm not sure on the measurements.
It's
No,
the
I'm not
small-
too sure.
I know
But it's
it's
a smaller
small,
option
yeah.
than a normal driver, your average driver tee.
And then just 3 little lines on here. Can I rob one?
You can't run one.
Oh!
Unfortunately, you can't.
Can't thought about it for a second then.
That's it, because all the other tours that I've done are like, right, I only passed one out.
Yeah,
So I know that it needs to come back.
But before you know it, they'll be not in there.
Yeah, exactly.
But they're seriously cool.
They're good, right?
And then he'll take a handful every time he's on at the Open and so forth. So
Again, it's just a service for us to have those on. If obviously they travel right, if they get forgotten, then we know that Europe, we've got them to
and
facilitate.
then we've got Tommy in here.
Yep.
And this is are these the balls that he uses?
Yes. So in terms of tournaments, obviously we'll give them 2 to 3 dozen balls. We'll make sure that we've got their hats.
TP5X.
We'll put them in, so it should be the picks.
Yeah.
Yep. So we'll we'll
he uses a 19. What's the 19 for? Do we know? I know. Favourite Everton player, that's what we'll say.
Yeah, exactly that. Exactly that.
And then
they get all the options right. It could be birthdays, it could be
Superstition.
They all have different. When they win, we had a cool little option to have any colour number,
really?
So you get all different players that might have gone with a country of a flag.
Once they've won on tour.
Exactly that. Yeah, we were kind of like, right, here's a golf ball.
Charlie. And she's using TP5X. And then this is one of her gloves.
It is.
Can I open the box?
Yeah, of course you can.
I don't want to rip the bloody thing. I never thought about opening a glove box so delicately.
Yeah, go for it.
You can do the honours. I don't want to be the person that rips that box.
There you go.
Because before I just rip them open.
Yeah, that's it. You do that and just pop them out. Yeah.
Look at that. That's so cool.
Smart.
How many like gloves would they have in a week, roughly?
Yeah, so I mean, in terms of the week, if they get in tournament ready, we could be 4 to 6. Depends on where they're playing, right? So in terms of like this week, humidity, they're over in Singapore.
Yeah.
So they might go through them or the different options. If they're too sweaty, they might go for a rain control.
Yeah.
You just don't know. But again, it's
and
having
you have
those
to carry
options.
all different ones on here.
Yes.
Like, so for example, not just the ones that you think they're going to use. For example, going to a really humid event, you then pop some others on the truck.
Exactly that as well, because that can change. Obviously, with the heat, can change the size of your hands as well, right?
Yeah, it's going to the office.
Yeah.
Ooh.
There we go.
And what would players use this for?
So this is just kind of like their quiet space.
Yeah.
So again, it's kind of got that homely feeling.
Yeah.
And then as we said, they'll come in here. They can chill out, sit down after their round.
Lunch, coffee.
Yeah, exactly that. We've got everything there. They can have a drink with us if they want to have a chat. It's just that little private space for them. And then just to sit down and have that time with us.
I guess also for the likes of like the big players. I mean, you mentioned Annabelle Dimmick. You mentioned there before.
Yes, exactly.
It's
like
like
one of our LET players. Yes.
You come off from a big event and there's media. There's all this. The media can't get in here. It's like a place where they can just come and get away from it all.
Yeah, exactly that. And like she said last week, it's just one of those safe spaces that they could come onto here. It's a family within the event because them travelling away from home, she's got the trust in all of the team. She can come on here, sit down, like I said, to just chill out, have that 10, 15 minutes, do what they need to do, and then they, it's just got that feeling of that they can do it in here. And that's what we were trying to bring, and I think, in here, that's the effect that we've got.
It's like a lounge, isn't it?
It is exactly that, yeah. Comfy,
TV,
all the seats, TV,
comfy
exactly.
sofa.
We even went for the rug approach, the fluffy
rug on
rug,
there. That's going to get well filthy, that.
Yeah, exactly that, exactly
and
that.
then, what have we got in here? Just like hats?
Yeah, so we've got some headwear in there, different options. Again, you'll
radar.
see. Yes, so we've got the radars, the flat bills, and the cage. We've got some cool little lifestyle versions.
Oh yeah,
down
can I have a
there.
look at those?
Yeah, of course you can. They're
How
like
do we
a
open
rope.
this?
So if you just go either side, so flip that one there, pull out just some rope ones there.
Look at that. I've never seen that one before in my life. Like, look at that little rope around the side. And then they've got it in a few different colours in here.
Yes.
in the black, and then oh, this is really cool. Look at that one.
Yeah, smart.
Very, very, very smart. That's seriously cool.
You want to head over to this drawer here? We've kind of already got the players' hats as well.
So what they'll use?
Yeah, what they'll use, and obviously in terms of like sponsorship throughout the year. So prime example here, you can see Romain Langasque.
Yeah.
You'll see that he's got his logo on the side of the hat. So we'll get them made up for him. So when he's at the event, so that's kind of like his sponsorship deal. So they'll have QI35 one side, his Gold Plus the other, and you'll see that across our, again, you'll see that in kind of like our Challenge Tour players, our LETs, you'll see that they've got QI35 one side and their sponsorship the others. So this is kind of like, we know whose hat's who. Obviously, Ollison loves the flat bills on there as well.
Yeah, quite known for that, isn't he? Like,
he is, yeah, exactly.
I look like an idiot in that, but he really does.
I can't pull off hats, yeah, exactly that. I'd like to because I like our headwear range, but yeah, for me, hats aren't an option, I'm afraid.
Well, awesome. Thank you very much for showing me around.
That's okay,
Appreciate
no problem at all.
I
Thank
like
you very much.
like
Nice to have you on board.
I like
Thank
it in the
you.
sweet shop. So,
That's
guys,
it.
I really do hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget to subscribe.